But I know of a place that has had a gender-neutral bathroom for decades now. That's 7-Eleven. Now, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're lesbian. I don't care if you're transsexual, gender liquid, gender solid, gender gas, whatever the fuck. It's all cool. But everybody thinks that 7-Eleven bathrooms and just gas station bathrooms in general are disgusting. But let me tell you, gas station bathrooms have grown and advanced by leaps and bounds over the years. I used a 7-Eleven bathroom the other day. Completely sterile environment. I felt cleaner after leaving the bathroom than when I went in there. This is fantastic. It used to be back in the day, you'd use a 7-Eleven bathroom or a gas station bathroom. There's about a 50-50 chance you were going to walk in on an original fresco painting by Shit Casso himself. Also, you required several vaccinations before you were even allowed to go in there. Now it's great. Now, I'm a little bit of a bathroom critic. I know it sounds kind of weird. Like here in the deep end, you guys got a solid 8 out of 10 for me. That's the cleanest damn bar bathroom I've ever experienced. The only reason it's an 8 instead of a 10 is because you got pictures of the girls on the walls, and it distracts my focus from my stream control. I had to bump you down a couple points. I'm sorry. It has to be that way. But no place will ever compare to the best bathroom on earth. It's a little place called Buc-ee's in Central Texas, and it is fantastic. That's the best goddamn bathroom I've ever used in my life. I felt like I was in a palace. Just looks like just a normal little truck stop. But I went in there, multiple hand soaps, hand creams, air freshener that I wanted my body to smell like. And I think if they keep advancing at this point, in 20 years, there's going to be a make-your-own Sunday station in the corner. Fuck it. Won't be the first time I've eaten ice cream on the toilet. But anyways, I was talking to this chick a couple months ago. Met her on Tinder. And, oh yeah. But we hit it off right away. Like, super nice girl. She actually knew what a Centauri class battle cruiser was. She did. Won my heart right over. That's usually my go-to question. You know, whenever I'm talking to women, I'm like, hey, baby, what do you think of when I say the words Centauri Primus class battle cruiser? It worked on this one. But we get to talking, and she like suddenly interrupts, and she's like, okay, I just really need to get this out of the way before I don't want to mislead you or confuse you. Okay. I don't want to confuse you or mislead you or anything, but I'm polyamorous. And at the time, I thought that polyamorous meant that you could write good with both hands. I can do that. So of course I'm like, yeah, I'm polyamorous too. Like I've known I was polyamorous since I was like 9 years old. It's no big deal. She's ecstatic. She agrees to meet me right away. And so I go to the place we're going to meet up, and she shows up. Her husband's with her. Yeah. It was a little, I was a little weirded out at first, and they keep talking to me, just chatting me up about things. Turns out her husband is a high school basketball coach, and they keep saying things like, we're just glad that we found somebody like us, you know, and you're so open-minded. And at this point, the jig is fucking up. These people are at least some kind of swinger couple, or I don't know. But anyways, I try to explain like the whole ambidextrous, polyamorous mix-up. And her husband, nice fella, he gave the most inspirational locker room speech, again, basketball coach, that I have ever heard in my life. He said, sometimes we run into predicaments that there is no way that we can predict. But in those times, you got to dig deep. And you got to find that inner strength within yourself that you already know you have. And we just got to get in there as a team and satisfy my wife. I was so inspired after that. I said, you know what? You don't touch me? And let's do this. And then we got into like one of those like huddles where you chant like hoo 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 hoo. Yeah, that happened, and it really. I don't think I'll ever be in a threesome or a polyfuck, whatever you call it, again. At the end of the day, it seemed like just a porno I'd come across on Pornhub and give a downvote to. But anyways, the internet is a fantastic thing that you can do fantastic. You can learn from it. It's just a great thing to have. I remember back in the day, like thinking, okay, since porn is so regularly available, I didn't think that webcam girls would last so long. I thought they'd be like Blockbuster Video at this point. I didn't know they'd still be doing so well. But I had MySpace back when I was like 14. Yeah. I said I was 18 to be cool or something. And I didn't know shit about webcam girls or any of that. I got a message that said, "You're cute as fuck. Why don't you come to my private chat?" I'm like, oh, yes. Oh, my little 14-year-old heart just a fluttering. Just finally a beautiful woman that loves me for me. I'm all telling my parents, like, Mom, Dad, I met a girl. She owns her own business. If you can believe that. Her name's Butt Goddess. I went to her private chat room expecting a blossoming relationship and to plant the seeds of undying love. What I got was a message that said $14.95 for a week, $49.95 for a month. Hurry up, baby, I'm waiting. And for some reason, I turned into a 16th century Puritan witch hunter. I'm like, oh, you lecherous fucking, away with you harlot. I don't know what the fuck happened there. But on a side note, if you're stripping for a webcam, that's basically being a stripper on beginner mode, in my opinion. Anyways, speaking of the internet and all that, I got these friends and they play iPhone games or, tablet games and all that shit. If you can tell by my physique, I'm an avid gamer. But I don't fuck with the tablet games and all that because most of them are garbage, to be quite honest. But they're always showing me these games, so I thought I'd give it a try. I got on Google Play, and I found the dark underbelly of Google Play. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the birthing games. You fucking heard it right. There are hundreds of games on the Google Play Store where you assist a fictional character in giving birth. Yes. Oh yes, look it up. But anyways, like I keep one on standby just in case somebody wants to show me what they're playing. Like, oh, you like Game of War? Yeah, it's all right game. I'm more into like a Pregnant Puppy Parade 2. I've been really into that lately. And what's even funnier is a lot of these games, they have leaderboards. and nobody with a healthy brain plays these games enough to get on the leaderboards. I play it for 10 minutes. I'm number one. Go on to the next. It is unbelievable how many fucking pregnancy games I am number one on Google Play. And oh God, I hope that Google has a ceremony someday for the number one players of game. You know, like the number one leaderboard scorers. You know, like Jessica spent over $200,000 and now she's number one on Candy Crush. Way to go, Jessica. Next up, we have Caleb, and he's been number one on the Little Mermaids Under the Sea section. He's been number one for 5 years now. Here's your certificate. Congratulations. Oh God. Next up, Caleb Nolte again. He's been number one on Elsa's Minion Birth 2 for 3 years. Here's your other certificate. It would be great. But I have a feeling that in the next 10, 15 years, like Facebook and Google are basically going to own the whole internet. Call it a conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat bullshit, whatnot. But they both do these things. They suggest to you what you might like, what you might want, and what you might need. Why the fuck is Facebook suggesting to me same-day HIV testing strips? It's happened 5 times now. And I can't tell if it's just like a public health thing or if Facebook is actually telling me you are a nasty bitch. I've seen your messages. I've seen your women. Get it checked. But maybe it's the opposite, you know? I have said that if I wasn't so scared of diseases, I'd probably be addicted to prostitutes. So maybe Facebook's looking out for me. Maybe Facebook's trying to be my bro. Like, hey, I don't mean to wreck your life or anything, but I heard you mention that you like prostitutes, but you're scared of STDs. Well, turns out we got you covered now, bud. Go crazy. We didn't have the internet growing up. We had satellite. That was pretty cool. That was back when the satellite dish was just fucking enormous, and you had to type in space coordinates to find Nickelodeon into the controller. But we had Cinemax too, and every now and then my dad would fall asleep watching Cinemax, and I would get like little snippets of sex scenes, and I was really curious about sex growing up. So finally, one day, I just decided, fuck it, I'm just going to order a porno and see what all this hoopla is about. I picked the first one that popped up, and it happened to be some really fucked up BDSM shit. And what's even more fucked up is This is back when you had to call the company and tell them what you wanted. And the guy that answered the phone had no problem with my little kid voice ordering BDSM Dark Carnival 3. All he said was enjoy. So I'm watching this fucked up shit, and I'm actually thinking, like, this is sex. Like, this is what grown-ups do. This is what my parents do. Oh my God. And my dad came home early on his lunch break and walked in on this. And he said, boy, do you have some explaining to do right now. I said, no, you have some explaining to do. Is this what you do to her? Is this what you do? He's just like, just go to your room, please. Just go to your room right now. Go to your room. And I listened to him, went to my room. He came back about 10 minutes later, and surprisingly, he was very understanding. He said, listen, I know that you're curious about this stuff, but you need to listen. I will not tell your mother. I will not tell anybody about this if you never say anything about what you saw on that video. Okay? And I said, all right, that's fine. And he said, I'm not mad at you, but please do not repeat anything you saw on that video, and don't ever do it again. Well, a couple years passed. I didn't say nothing. I kept my mouth shut. My mom sits me down for the talk, and she says, well, honey, I know that you and some of your friends probably have talked about sex before, and I just wanted to, talk to you about this so you're not confused about, what it's all about and, how meaningful it is, and just, trying to really be a good parent and explain this in a way I could understand. I said, let me just stop you right there, Mom. I know exactly how sex works, okay? First of all, you get some twine. and you tie it around her titties. And you wait till they turn purple, and then you hang her upside down and spank her with a spatula for about 15-20 minutes, and then you spit on her. I said, Mom, I don't think I'm gonna like sex. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I got some counseling sessions out of that. But anyways, I really just shit. Me too. Yeah, all the time. All the time. Me too. Daily. But I have been an avid weightlifter for a few years now. And in the last couple, I've just turned into a fat fuck. So now it's just a waste of time. Everybody just thinks I have fat arms now, but there's stuff in there. You gotta understand. It's bullshit. I hate running. I've always hated running. And the only cardio I get is from Dance Dance Revolution. And it's getting to be like every time I hear one of them songs come on in public. For instance, the other day, Hungry Like the Wolf came on in Walmart. And it was like Weekend at Bernie's, I'm on the hunt after you. And on a side note, I'm pretty sure Hungry Like the Wolf was about a murderer hunting down his next victim. If you say the lyrics in a creepy voice, it fits perfectly. Like, stalk through the forest, too close to hide. I'll be upon you by the moonlight's side. Do 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 do. I'm a very mild-mannered man. I could literally have my microwave explode and send shrapnel into my face. And I would just think, well, this hurts a bit. The Hot Pocket is ruined. I'm gonna get some killer time off, from this, and probably some pretty fucking sweet pain pills. But saying that, I'm a mild-mannered man when I'm not driving. When I get behind the wheel, I have terrible road rage issues. Like, I say these things. I say these horrible things, these ungodly things about these other drivers. And sometimes it really makes me feel like shit. Because, case in point, I was parked behind a woman that was stopped at a green light. And if you were stopped at a green light for more than 2 seconds, I fly off the fucking handle. I'm just going on like, I hope you come to a swift end, so you wake up in hell right where you belong, you son of a bitch. And so I decided to pass this person because I got to get a look at this prick and double bird him, So I get next to him like, instant regret and shame. Sweetest looking little old lady you would ever see in your life. She thought I was waving at her. She was waving back, just sweet as innocent as can be. So now I have a new protocol when it comes to road raging out. I gotta get a look at these fuckers first. I profile them. Okay, let's see. This appears to be a middle-aged mother with her 2 small children. She is blatantly ignoring traffic signals and blinkers and texting. Okay, that's fully fucking allowed. You sodomite! You're gonna burn! Your children are gonna burn! Quit finger fucking your phone and look at the road! You heretic! Anywho, I'm a man that likes to think about what-if scenarios. And it's one of my favorite things to think about, really. Everybody knows about the commercial with Matthew McConaughey and Lincoln. You're like, all right, the check cleared and I like Lincolns. But what if that commercial was Billy Bob Thornton instead? Well, the check cleared. Here I am in this Lincoln now. Reminds me of good times. Angelina Jolie had a Lincoln. She was crazy as fuck, too. We bought like 9 grams of meth one time. It was funnier than shit. She thought she was the Tomb Raider after the 6th day of staying up. I found her in my laundry room looking for relics. I gotta say, I had a great time in Lincoln. My Billy Bob Thornton voice is, I practice that shit. I can't do it. But that's my set, boys and girls.